Hello, I'm Cindy, and this is Stream of Consciousness Crafting. I am making a collage page today. I'm in my fire journal, or fire signature of the journal, my spellbook journal. This is obviously not finished. I have a bunch of pages. I did these pages, actually I did this whole thing the other day, and I ended up finding a place for that envelope, and I have two little tuck cards in here. This paper is some of this stuff that I bought. Excuse me. I bought this as part of a scrap pack, and I used the blue in the Heavens journal, and it was blue on both sides. This is not red on both sides. But when I flipped this over to do, I was going to put my mounting squares on it, I saw this beautiful tree in here. I don't know if that looks like a tree to you or not, but it looks like a tree to me. So I did fairies with it. And I saw a fairy, and I have some fairies and some mice over here and a couple of fairies over here. I left this as a journaling space, and it says explore. And then I did find the fire within. I did this one this morning. And I did this one this afternoon. And this is one of those really cool, there are 4 tuck spots in here, one behind. And because I wanted, it kind of puffed up on me, which was okay. I made the little fire within. And so now I have a spot for all of these journaling cards. Put that one back there, this one in here. So there are all these 4 different journaling spots. These journaling cards I made actually quite a while ago. They were the ones that gave me the inspiration to do this as a goth journal. And then I decided I didn't want it as a goth journal. I wanted it as a spell book. So this has changed, but these are made from different washi tapes. I made a master board of all these washi tapes and then cut the journaling cards out of it. And then I used the same washi tapes over here on this side to kind of mirror that a little bit. And now I'm working on this piece. And I've already gotten a bit of a background for it and thought I would go ahead and turn on my camera. I am inspired to do a little bit of collaging with this today. I watched Carrie the Crafter, who has inspired me to do a little bit of collage. I am not good with collage. I don't see myself as a visual artist at all. I see myself, I'm a writer. I do a lot with the written word. I'm not a collagist. Collagist, is that a word? Collager? I'm not good at that in any case. So I am trying a slightly different camera angle. I have my camera a little bit closer to the work, and we'll see how this comes out. I'm still kind of playing around with this. I like the whole idea of the stream of consciousness piece, and just talking to you as I'm go ahead and put these pieces on. I did predetermine my layout, as I am not good at collage, so I have to put everything down first and then decide where I want it, which way. This has some words on it that are kind of hard to see. I think I want that up there. So composition, I mean, I kind of understand the rules of composition. I'm getting there, but and color theory and all of that good stuff. Like I said, I am not a visual artist. I had art classes in junior high and never in high school because I went to a college prep school. And in my college prep, that did not, I don't have enough glue over there. I can tell it, I can feel it. These, by the way, these, good fortune prosper you in all you do and ever prove like all your friends true. Oh, that's really bad poetry, but we'll try to keep as much of it as we can. So yeah, I went to a college prep high school, and so there was not much in the way of time for art classes. When I got time where I could take an elective, I did all music classes and voice. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so just the pieces that I'm putting down, these 3 pieces actually came from a digital download that I had. I belong to a couple of Facebook groups that do free digital downloads. And okay, this one's not sticking on that particular material. I was a little concerned about that because I had that issue the last time as well. So let me do a little bit of cheating here. Put that one there and this one here. Take my tabs off. 1, 2, come on, out of the way. And hopefully they will stick a little better. We'll hold on to that for a minute. If you're hearing any scrabbling, that's the cats outside the door. They are just having a good time. And we have 2. We have Teddy and we have Annie. And they were washing each other very nicely a few moments ago, which means, of course, now they're going to fight. Because invariably somebody pulls somebody else's hair and, there they go. Okay, so now I have to decide what to do with this page because I did a collage on this side. This side I've got a nice writing piece. I've done several writing pieces in a row. This one doesn't have much of a writing spot. This one was also a collage, but there's a lot of writing in here. Check my other video out to see all of the other writing that's in there. Lots of writing spaces in there. I've been looking at the waterfalls, and I did just kind of a flip up on the other one, but I really kind of like the waterfall idea. So let me grab a couple of pieces of my tea-dyed paper. I don't have much of the tea-dye left. I have a lot of the coffee dyed because I just did a whole bunch more of the coffee dyed. This is a bunch of the tea-dyed paper that I did, and this was cool. This was not green. I had a couple of green pages. There's another sheet here. So I had these green sheets, and I thought, I wonder what would happen if I tea-dye those. So I tea-dyed them. They were kind of down on the bottom. This old McFarlane's paper from Rochester. This was, by the way, one of those. The color completely leached out of this one and turned this page green. McFarlane's was a men's clothing store in Rochester that no longer exists. I have several of these sheets. I have no idea where they came from. Probably when they closed up, my mother managed to get a couple boxes of them at some closeout sale. Ooh, there we go. I could use that as well. I used to be, for many years, was a teacher. This is an old grading sheet. See, even that one, I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but even that one came out a little green, which I will save for the earth paper. And then this was some tissue, not tissue paper, onion skin typing paper. This was onion skin typing paper that I did, and I really liked how that came out. All right, I'm kind of leaning towards this rather than the other pages because it looks like I'm out of those, and I don't want to use. I also did a bunch of legal size paper when I did the tea-dyed, but I don't want to do that right now because I'm using this. The signatures are from the tea-dyed legal paper, and I've cut it down to the right size. And I don't know if you'll be able to see this. Is it this page? No, it must not be that page. It's somewhere. Here it is in the center. I'm going to hold it up. I don't know if it's showing. I got to figure out how to get this in the middle. There we go. If you can see the pattern on there. But when I tea-dyed it, I have a plastic placemat that I put over the top, and that's what came off of it. I learned that particular technique from Natasha at Treasure Books. So I watched a bunch of her videos today too. So I kind of like how that goes in there. Do I want to leave these on here? Or do I want to take them off? I don't think I want the numbers on here right now. I think I just want the grid. And or do I want the days of the week and all too? Okay, I think I'll go ahead and take the days of the week, but I'm going to take the numbers off. Well, tell you what, we'll leave the numbers on for this first go-round, and if I don't like them, I can always take them off again. So there we go. Put that strip up there, because we'll use that at some other point, at some other time. Okay, do I like that with the numbers on it? Yeah, I think I kind of do. Looking for my pencil. There we go. I need to figure out where to cut this. I think right at that one. It's going to be a big page, but like I said, I can always cut it down. It's easier to take things off than it is to put them back on. So let me line my line up. There we go. Save that for some other part. Now, because I have been, let me put my top on my glue for a moment. Because I have been doing this with several, I've been doing the fiery stuff around the outside. I did it around the outside of the crow there. This was the first piece I tried it on. I'm going to go ahead and do it here too. These are bingo daubers, and they work really well for this. In fact, one of the things that I see a lot of people doing, because they like mass produce their ephemera, they'll sit down and they'll do 50 or 60 or 80 pieces of ephemera at a time. And they will go ahead and distress it and use their dark brown or whatever on the sides to give it that vintage look as they're working. I have a problem doing that because I tend to use things differently depending upon what I'm using it for. So for like the Sky Journal or the Heavens Journal, I did everything in blues. All the distressing around the outside is all in shades of, I think it's Antique Jean. But I used a little dauber and did everything in those colors. This one, because it's fire, I want it to look like fire. So I have my red and my orange. And when I put them together, it gives it that fiery look. And I like that. I did a journal recently that was for a January swap, and the predominant color was, on one of the pages was pink. So I used my pink dauber. I did not like that as much because it made it look like a woman had just, like a teenage girl was just learning how to put on her lipstick and put it on just a little bit too much. So I didn't really care for the pink. But you got to try, you got to play, because that's what it's all about. I said before, I'm not a visual artist. I'm learning about color theory from my husband because he's a plein air painter. He's thrilled that I keep coming to him with all these questions. I'm pretty sure I just did this part, but it doesn't look like I did. So I'm going to put a little bit more down there. There. See, that sets it off very nicely. All right. Let me glue that down. I just had my glue stick. There it is. It's very cold in my room today because this has two windows in it. An east window. No, sorry, a south window and a west window. And the wind is blowing from the west and is fierce today. and it's quite cold. So it has been, I haven't done a whole lot in here. I do a little bit and then I go somewhere and warm up, and then I come back and I do a little bit more and come back and warm up. All right, let me bring this back into my view here. Okay, I got a little bit more space than I thought, so let's go there. I'm putting it right up into the corner. I'll grab my card. Smoothing everything out. Although smooth is a relative term because this is coffee dyed or tea dyed paper. Now see, that doesn't look like it's even, but it's definitely even over here. So I think it's just the fact that I probably cut my pages a little bit off. And that's okay. Ow! Don't pinch yourself when you're doing that. All right, so this is, probably needs something. Excuse me. I have Sorcerer over here. I have a couple of roses over here. I've been using these. I don't know where they came from. They came from my mom's stuff. She did a lot of journaling for the family. And so there's Grandpa on here and graduation and birthday and Daddy's Girl. But there's also things like Wisdom and Beauty and Treasure. And so I've been using a lot of these. But they're black and white, and I think I want something a little bit different. So I have all of these. These are the ones that I made. This one is, this says, concerning the right tack. I kind of like that. This is the chapter title of a book that I am taking apart right now. And I just thought that was really cool. So I might put that one up there. Again, this is a spell book. Spells not included. And I'm going to use these, and I'm going to, oops, that was interesting. Just want one, because I'm going to cut it in half. And I do this a lot when I just need a little bit of one. So there and there, because I know this will stick. Okay, and we'll give it a little bit of glue just to see if that'll help at all. I don't know if it will, but it might. There. I know it's going to stick fine to this. I just don't know about sticking onto that red. Ah! Just throw the glue around for a while. I still want something, maybe, I think I know what I want. Hang on. I have a bunch of these that I did off of book page ends. And I think I have, let me see what I have. So I have something like that, or something like that. I don't like either one of those. I might be stamping something new. I like the flowers. I like the one flower, but I don't like it on any of these. Okay, so now I need to find something to stamp it on, because I don't think I want the stamp on straight up. Let me see what I can find. I'm scrolling through my stuff here. So there's the stamps that I'm using. I believe they're Tim Holtz stamps. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure. And I'm thinking red, but red's gonna have a little trouble showing up there unless I do it in black. Let me see if I can find a red to match that. I have a ton of reds over here. I have entire drawers of colors. That's a nice bright red, but I don't... we'll see. We'll hang on to that for the moment. The rest of these are too pinky. Let's see what else I've got. Those are not open. That's too pinky and purpley. Okay, there we go. Now we're cooking. That's a little better. Oh, look, I think it's exactly the same color. All right. Well, I guess that's what we're going with. Okay. So, normally I would do this on a scrap, but I do not have any scrap red. So I'm going to be making some scrap red. Let's go ahead and cut a small strip. One of these days I will have, actually I think I want to go with a slightly, you know what? Let's do the stamping first and then do this. Let's not be stupid. Okay, so yeah, this is a very, very small room, so I don't have a whole lot of shelf space. Because I don't have a lot of shelf space, things have to stick on the floor beneath me, or behind me, beside me. They're all over the place. I want this piece. Do I want that piece? Or do I want that one? No, I think I want this one. Okay, obviously it's not long enough. This was a Christmas present from the block was a Christmas present from my husband. He got me this one and a smaller one. And I didn't know if I was going to like them or not. I do. I love them very much. And so maybe by next Christmas I will have a larger one as well. Because at this point I could still do the bottom. I just do it by hand. Okay, I'm not sure that that's sticking in there very well. All right, we'll find out. Okay. Oh yeah, that came out nice. Okay, we're going to do another one because sometimes I like the faint ones. Yeah, sometimes I like those for like in the background of something. So let me cover up my stamp pad. If I don't cover my stamp pad, two things happen. One is the pad dries out, and two, I stick my hand in the middle of it, invariably. Okay, now we will go ahead and cut this to the right width, and then we'll see if this fits. If it doesn't, we'll try one of the other stamps. You know, you do it. This is what it is, all about playing. And I'm going with gently. See, now I'm kind of covering up those numbers anyway. Okay. So, I think for this one, I do want to use, this is the walnut stain. I do think I want to use that on it. I don't want to use the red because the red and the orange aren't going to show up. So let's try this. Let's see what happens. Come on. I'm going to move that over here so I stop crossing over in front of myself. This just gives it a little bit of a border so that it'll pop on the page somewhat. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. Put that on my thing over here. All right, but I think I want to stick it down here. So, because I want to leave as much room for writing or drawing or whatever over here. And I'll throw that one up there. I'll use that as at a later time. I don't think I like it better. No, I definitely like this piece. All right, where's my, there they are. These are the mounting squares. This is just, these are, I've had these for a long time. Yeah, there we go. It is dark outside. It has, see, now I dropped my, I have to pull that off because that ripped. It's gotten dark outside, and even if it weren't dark outside, I've pulled my shade on this window to try and keep some of the incredible coldness out of this room. Not quite so bad that I see my breath, but I don't keep plants in here anymore. I used to have a couple of plants that I would keep in here just to make it look pretty. And the room is too I need the space now, so it's very utilitarian. And I don't think I'm going to bother gluing it because I'll let my numbers show. How's that? There. Done. All finished. So that's it. And my dinner is going to be here very shortly. So I'm going to stop there. And with another page done, we'll figure this page out tomorrow. Till I see you later, play safe. This is Cindy signing off.